Hi guys, Zach here with another Command & Conquer Red Alert video. In this game we're playing a 3v3 match on the map Potholes. We're playing as the north team and the other players are playing on the south side of the map. I have noticed the team that we're playing against, the players have played together before, so they're probably going to know what each other are doing, they're probably going to work quite well as a team, and we might see a bit of that in this match. I will be doing a Twitch stream this week. It's going to be on the Thursday, and my Twitch name is Zach the Reaper 1, and I'll leave my name and the time at which the Twitch stream will take place in the description. Now you can see I've been scouting just a bit below my base. There's a very important reason I'm doing that, and what you'll notice is there's a lot of ore in that little area below my base. And what I'm checking is my opponent isn't taking his MCV straight up into that area, because if he does that, that gives him much better access to ore, and I would probably attack him early. I'm just moving my tanks around just to make sure he doesn't try and sneak into my base while he's doing that scouting. And you can see he's scouting right across. I think he's just making sure possibly that I'm not doing the same thing. I'll just go and shoot him in there, just get him to move. He has moved back because he knows if he fights a heavy tank against a light and medium tank, the heavy tank's at a big disadvantage. Right, because it's an ore map, I'm going to be going for 2 ore trucks straight away, and I'm going to go ore refinery, war factory, ore refinery. And he's just trying to get a bit more visibility. That was probably worked out well for him because he didn't really take much damage there. So I'm just getting my first ore refinery, and what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to check to the right side of my base. I just need to be very careful, because what you'll see is there's actually, what people don't notice is there's actually a path into my base from the right hand side, and if I get attacked from there it could be very, very damaging. And we can see that green team, and they've got the APC, they've probably went through everyone's base, and that's why it's so damaged. So I'm just trying to destroy it before it gets too much visibility. They've got a bit more visibility probably than I would have liked, of course, but yeah, I'm going to need to be wary of that right side. I hope they don't attack from there, but they could. I'm just expanding upwards.
Building. Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
And I'm going to actually, I was going to take that tank out just because it was on its own, but what I've just realised is that he's actually got a, if you look, when I look down, his construction yard's actually down here. Now that's very, very important. What he's done is he's rushed a service depot, MCV, in order to get that construction yard in this area with lots of ore. So that's why I'm attacking straight away. I'm not going to hesitate, because the longer, because that means he'll have less tanks, because he's been focusing spending his money on economy elsewhere. And you can see the green team, as I said, I think these guys have played together before. He's responding immediately and coming to help his teammate, because that would have been extremely damaging for yellow if I'd actually been able to get the MCV and construction yard kill. If you see an early construction yard, it's usually a best idea to attack early, and because the longer the game goes on, they have an increased building speed of buildings and structures, which means that the longer the game goes on, the more of a disadvantage you'll be at if you don't attack, unless you've done, of course, the same thing. So that's why it was so important I scouted there early, because I was able to see that construction yard and make the kill. Right, you can see that now he's got a Tesla coil there, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hang back. I'm going to take out those tanks. Oh, and he's not got enough power. He's made a bit of a mistake there, a bit of a blunder. And now I'm going to go for that construction yard, get rid of that. And you can see there's already an ore refinery there as well. He was going to be making good use of those 3 ore fields if I'd let him. And that would have put me at a serious disadvantage. And you can see his teammate Greens is helping him, because he will be in a very difficult position at the moment, because he's wasted all that money and got very, very little back. So I'm just keeping my tanks moving around. I'm just going to try and keep on killing Green's tanks as they come, and this will give my teammates a big advantage if I can hold off Green and Yellow, and they can focus from the other side. You can see that Yellow's ore truck's still coming up to this area to collect ore, and that might cause a bit of problem with the ore refinery, because sometimes what happens is the ore refineries get bunched up. If you have ore trucks travelling a long distance, it can cause a bit disruption unloading. And you can see my allies, the Reds, are going round there. I think that's just a bit of tracking issue. I think they were probably trying to move maybe for an assault. And you can see I'm just continuing to build ore refineries up at the top there. I'm just getting another war factory down, just so I keep building speed fast. And you can see that greens have blocked this entrance. Now usually what you wouldn't do is you wouldn't go across it, but because I've just got such overwhelming numbers on green, I will do on this occasion. And I'm just trying to take green because green is sort of like they're the team at the top in the first team that my allies will come to. And you can see pink, they're sending reinforcements to that spot. They haven't kept an eye on me, so what's happened is they've just gone past block the spot and they're not actually following me. So I'm just going to go through and destroy the base. While they're doing that, you can see my allies there in the red, and now pink I think have just realised. And I'll fight. Oh no, well they've only moved one tank for some reason. Right, you can see my my ore refineries, the ore patch next to my base is being used up now, so I'm going to be moving south as well. I'm just finishing off the pink army here. They'll probably need to protect the base because they're probably going to get attacked soon. It looks like green are finished. And that's green out the way. And you can see I'm just expanding down south. I'm going to use a
construction complete.
Get my tank. Yeah, I've got it right there. I'll just use an ore silos to get across the gap.
Complete. Building.
And then I'd start building ore refineries down here. I don't think this match it's really called for. I don't think I need to. You can see I've got absolutely loads of ore at the moment. I forgot to build tanks for a sec there. And you can see pink are blocking that gap, but I don't think it's really right. I'm going to pull back.
Unit ready.
They've got Tesla. And the best way, if you ever need to defend a narrow gap, the best way is to put Tesla there. I don't know if it was an actual Tesla coil or just Tesla tanks, but whatever it was, Tesla does a lot of damage, and if you can get a narrow gap leading into it, it's very, very effective.
Building. Construction complete.
And what I'm going to do is I can see some of my tanks there are a bit damaged. I'm not in a close fight. You can see pink have just been destroyed. I'm just going to get a service depot down just so I can repair some of my tanks a little bit.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Knowledge.
Building.
Especially if I'm going to be running into Tesla tanks. The thing about Tesla tanks is they do a lot of damage, but they don't have much HP, so if you're fighting them in an open battle on their own, they're quite easy to destroy. Right, and this is very good for me because he's brought the Tesla tanks out, and you can see that how easily they just fall apart. And I mean that's a really bad strategy against medium and light tanks to bring infantry and Tesla tanks. I mean, you just see how easily they fall apart, and the infantry you can just squash. And that's the game over. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.